People. Hey there, Shaman Hawk here for Shamanic Lodge. You know, I have these exercises that I always give new apprentices to, help them prove to themselves that the things that I'm going to teach them are real and viable and can help, improve their life. But I thought this morning, it just came to me, I'm like, I really just need to like throw more stuff out there, because people are less and less interested. I mean, I guess shamanism doesn't really have a really good name on the whole new age thing because there's too many scammers out there who just regurgitate other scammers bullshit instead of really offering up something good. And years ago, I guess, I want to say when I was about 15, 14, 15 years old, I developed this system of just trying to like make my own divination set. Because you could always buy the cards. Back in the early '70s, that was a new thing coming out, and along with Ouija boards and all this other stuff, it becoming more popular. And I'm like, well, I could do that. I want to do it my way. I'm just kind of stubborn like that. So I developed this system, and I've been teaching this stuff for years. And what I did, I came up with a system for classes is saying, get 50 like 3 by 5 cards, index cards. The ones that are blank on one side and have lines on the other. And on the blank side, think of a word, any word. There's no wrong way to do this exercise, right? And you think of that word, and let's say it's like life. And right under that, you make a picture or a symbol that represents it. You could do a sun, water, a tree, anything. It doesn't matter. Like I said, there's no wrong way to do this other than think about it too much. And on the back side where the lines are, you write why that symbol or why that picture defines or represents that word. Okay? Real easy, right? Kids do this so well because they just kind of like flow with it. 50. 20 is really easy. 50 is cool. If you go more than that, awesome. I would suggest limiting it for about 70, 75. And I've had some people recently really just put out that many. And what you're doing, you're basically making your own divination set, your own tarot cards. You can put them on stones, pieces of wood, whatever. It's your thing. And one of the things that about this is awesome is because these cards or rune stones, or symbols, whatever you make, represent your interpretation of life. They're like mirrors. Each one of them is like a little mirror. And what it does is allows your left brain to articulate what your right brain sees. Because your right brain is just one long moment of just like abstract thought. There's no numbers, sequencing, language, math, nothing. It's just all there in your right brain. And that's where your art is. Big spider, you see that? So, but your left brain wants to talk about stuff all the time. So it makes these bridge between the two of them in your psychic world, empathic and intuitive world. And so you do this, and then later on I'll give a way to lay these things out. All right. And so I do this so people can prove to themselves that they can give a reading. They can prove to themselves that everything is public information and it's all out there if you just know how to look. And this will help you look. And this is a teaching aid. Eventually, you won't need the cards at all. And that's the way it should be. When you're learning something, what I teach my apprentices is like, I'm going to help you make the tools, but then I'm going to help you not need those tools anymore. It's all within here. You'll be carrying everything with you all the time. The other thing about this is no one's going to give you a better reading than you will. You will give yourself the best reading possible. All right? I'm good. I mean, I get paid pretty well to do readings. But when I teach people how to really work with their own set, they're a lot better. They know how to read themselves. So try that. Leave a comment. Later on I'll go ahead and take some pictures. I'll figure out how to do a video on how I lay mine out, and I'll show you the stones that I use, and I'll show you the journey that they took. Especially when I was traveling in Europe from 2015 to 2019. Some really interesting changes that came over. And what will happen is your set will evolve with you as you grow as a person. in your own shamanic skills, metaphysical skills, your set will start to change. So you can have start off with one deck, and then later on it just becomes something else with a completely different medium, and flow with it, because that's you growing. That's you becoming more into your power. And the more you get the self evidence of it, the more you prove all this stuff to yourself that it's all really very, very real, the more the blockages will just fall away. And when the blockages fall away, more power comes forward. You have to look at all these blockages are just like having too many apps open on your phone. It drains your energy and just blocks all the reception of the really good stuff. Or if you're on your laptop, you have too many tabs open. Same thing. Shut that shit down. You don't need it. Look at things one at a time. Take life a little bit more simplistic, more minimalistic. Get quality time instead of all this quantity time, right? Leave a comment, leave some questions, and subscribe and like. And if you wanted to see more about my awesome boat project for environmental shamanism and environmental work, check out Instagram. That's where I put the pictures on. I have some videos here or two, I think, on it. So until then, I'll catch you guys later.